That is where we are going to start right there, developing this story now at 9 o'clock. 2 pit bulls attack a Tampa man, dragging away the family's pet poodle before also going after a police officer.
It's a pretty bad.
A woman in New York has been arrested after her 2 pit bulls attacked 2 men.
The owner had just gotten back home from work and took his poodle named Simba out for a walk like he does every morning. But that is when 2 pit bulls came out, bit Simba, and dragged him away across this lot.
Now, this brings up the interesting debate as to what we should do about pit bulls and whether or not they're considered a more dangerous breed than any other dog.
A Tampa police spokesperson tells me one of the dogs then attacked a responding officer. That officer shot him dead. The other pit bull eventually found and was restrained and taken away by animal control. They're typically restrained around the neighborhood. No word yet on the owner or if any charges will be filed.
They always say the same thing. No, but not my pit bull. No, not my Rottweiler. No, it's okay. No, it was the first time they ever did it. Nobody could have seen it coming. I showed you the video because now you can see it coming.
I guess just start out talking about where you think that the stereotypes of pit bulls comes from.
I think the hard thing is that people get it in their head that dogs that were used for dog fighting, they then get this title that they're inherently dangerous, where they were trained and they were put in this situation because of the way that they were raised and the people that they were around. Not that they were just these inherently dangerous dogs that they deem. And if you think about it, pit bulls this stigma has just been around for pit bulls in the past couple decades. Before this, it was Dobermans.
Yeah.
Before that, it was German Shepherds.
It used to be like the nanny dogs or whatever, like years and years ago, like pit bulls were like...
It was one of those where it kind of goes in cycles, and unfortunately we're stuck in this pit bulls as a bad breed because of what people have done to them.
So a lot of people don't really know where these dogs come from, and the reality is that the majority of those dogs who are out in the community that are labeled as pit bull type dogs have been bred to be phenomenal with people, to be friendly with people, and even dogs who were bred for fighting weren't bred for fighting people. They were bred for fighting other dogs. And as scary and violent and controversial as that sounds, the dogs who weren't good with people weren't bred. They weren't kept alive. So from a genetic standpoint, these dogs are actually very people friendly. And talking less about dog breeds and more about dog behavior is really important. So if someone's uncomfortable or they have certain ideas about how a pit bull is going to behave, just starting a conversation with them about, well, have you met a pit bull or have you met a large dog before, and helping bridge that gap about their ideas versus what it is. And nothing says that better than a dog coming up loose and wiggly licking their face. I mean, we've had that happen many times. What it comes down to at the end of the day is there are humans as a species, there are dogs as a species, and as a species we have a lot of things in common in how we talk and interact. And yeah, we have differences culturally, just like dogs have different things they do. Some like to chase squirrels and some like to hang out on the couch. Some are bred for herding and some are bred to lick your face like my pug. So yeah, there's a lot of differences, but we should be talking about the dogs. We should be talking about them as dogs because that's what they are. We shouldn't be talking about them as pit bulls or German Shepherds or any of these other things.
We're putting well-rounded, friendly, social pit bulls into the community. Like, the number one thing we're doing is making sure we're not putting dangerous dogs, whether it's a pit bull or not, into the community. So the more social, friendly, family dog, if you will, that happens to be a bully breed that's going out there, and the more social media that we have about that, and the more good adoptions that come back and tell us stories, it's word of mouth is all it is. So the better dogs that we're putting out there, the more people are going to notice it.
You just got to give them that opportunity to adjust and be willing to engage with the dog.
Sometimes it only takes that one dog to change someone's
Yeah.
whole idea of a breed.
For some, this is all a game. Don't take me just a fool. Won't you just stay the fuck out of my way? Faking smiles and acting on a cool. From the sidelines to the far wide, I still be saving up for the new shoes. All the while I be wishing it's alright.
That's not going to get blown up on the news or social media if a golden retriever bites someone, but as soon as a pit bull does, that's going to make national news.
It doesn't have to do with the numbers at all. People don't look at the actual accurate numbers of dog bites and breeds associated with those dog bites. What media looks at is labels. So they say pit bull mauling, pit bull attack, pit bull this, pit bull that.
Yeah, for the first time in my life, I see the velvet skies, and all the hurt was frozen ecstasy. I teach you how to fly. Forever's overthrown, and everybody come together. It's simple as a soul, as sexy as a slippery water I've seen the sunrise getting high. Wish I was next to you. So coming down is alright.
It's not news, and we know that, but people like to listen because they like drama. And that's one of the issues with our society, is that people are attracted to drama and fear and anxiety, and that's why we are where we are today. So we should be talking about what dogs do, and all dogs can bite at the end of the day. And they're not good or bad, they're dogs. And if we start talking about that, then the conversation's gonna change really quickly.